direct. Listen, today I want to speak on Pablo Escobar. I want my parents, the ones that watch me every day and let their children see, the ones that's been DMing me, asking me, Kingearner, we trust in your word, but we want to know, what does Pablo Escobar have to do with destroying our communities? I'm going to tell you, he has a lot to do with destroying our communities. First of all, let's talk about cocaine. You know that he's one of the people who originally got cocaine over here in America. So when you talk about poison, you got to understand that the plan of getting the poison over here was by the CIA. So it doesn't mind boggle me when they say, oh, he worked for the CIA also. The reason why I don't mind boggle me, because look who the CIA killed. Look at the people that were left behind. Look at the people that were murdered. Look at the people that they took time out to destroy their names and destroy them. So it doesn't, mind boggle me that this happened the way it is. They look out for one another. And it makes our children get an understanding that this is not the route to go. You know why it gives them the understanding that it's not the route to go? Think about something here. Our children are not being grabbed by the hand. Our children are not being set down. Our children are not being given the rules of life. Because most of our women, our single parents, and some of the brothers too, they got to go to work every day. They got things to attend to. So majority of the time, television and that big time guy who's out on the corner who got locked up about 3 or 4 times but been out every time right away, or stood trial when you heard about him being a confidential informant. The government know this is wrong. I know this is wrong. And people that support Pablo Escobar and all these other fake characters know it's wrong. But it's up to us to install that in our children, because I'm guaranteeing you, the parents that's looking in here, if their child is a minority, they either had thoughts of selling drugs, they use drugs, or guess what? They are part of abusing their body with toxins that have to do with drugs, regardless of what it is. It's a drug, whether it's glue, whether it's paint thinner, whatever the case may be, it is a drug. And we haven't yet, us as the older gentlemen around, give them the pure honor and the pure understanding that guys like Pablo Escobar, you have to research and look deep into him. You know why? The government isn't going to put him out there as a rat. You know why they're not going to do it? They're not going to make headlines when you go to Google his name, Pablo Escobar, an informant for the CIA. It's going to be in fine printing, because they want for our children to look up to these individuals. They want for our children to follow these guys. But they don't give these children the truth. And because most of the families in our inner communities, they teach their child, yo, listen, pause. We don't do no telling on nobody. We mind our business and keep it pushing. Now, for the individuals that are not a part of the streets or never been a part of the streets, guys like myself that's not a part of the streets no more, I have an understanding of why those dudes aren't held accountable that are regular citizens. Because guess what? They're not a part of this. Now, I understand it, but because I changed, I would never, ever go around in our community telling on the kids for the things they do wrong. Instead, I would take them by the hand, I will pull them, and I would tell them to come with Kingearner. Let's figure out something positive. Because I can't just tell a child, yo, I'm going to motivate you like this. This is what it is, blah, 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 and expect that child to have happiness tomorrow. Because that type of motivation is not a reality of real life. It's not the truth. It's something that we need to get on top of before everybody be baffled by it, looking around with nothing. The only way you're going to be motivated if you get the strength from God. Now, I said it and I'm going to say it again. You can be motivated from positivity. You can. But the thing is, it's a temporary thing. It's not something that sticks around. Even if you look up motivation, go into it, look hard. Scientists say that when a person gets motivated by what someone else say, the endorphins run. But you got to really understand that it's money out here that's motivating majority of our youth. They don't have, they never had, and now they're trying to take a pitch at it. But because the drug dealers are the new slave masters, they're not getting a chance to really get a real earn. So they're ending up in jail. They ended up standing up on corners 3-4 nights straight without no pay. So I'm not honoring the drug dealer thing no more at all. This is for the people that's watching, the people that know me, whoever. I don't honor it. You know why? Our communities are no longer benefiting from that. I feel like when I was growing up and I was in the streets, I knew that I was taken from a parent or two. I knew that I was getting all of their checks. I was getting all of anything they had materialistic. So what I would do is I would look for the ones that give me their children things, like their TV or they remote controls for video games, stuff like that. I would give that back to the children. But you have drug dealers that'll say, you know what, I don't care where that toy came from, I'm gonna give it to my child. I don't care where that big television come, I'm gonna put it up in my home. And I never rode like that. I never carried it like that because I felt like I was more of a wrong person if I sat up there and allowed these fiends and these drug addicts to give me their children's valuables. You're not going to have men like that in these times. Men in these times are not men. You know why? All of them are figuring out how to follow someone or somebody. And what ends up happening in a situation like that, right? What ends up happening is the whole world becomes followers. It's recycled crime. This is what I've been speaking about. Look to what I say. It's called recycled crime. It should be on a headline somewhere. Recycled crime is a criminal that sits back right now and says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to get free because the government is going to do it. He done it for Sammy the Bull. He done it for Apple. He done it for many people that was in our community. There is no more guys who stand straight up. There's a few, and guess what? Very few will stick to that. You have to begin to grab these children. Again, parents, grab your child today. Put him in front of the tube and you say, listen to what Kingearner has to say. And you know what the moral of what I'm saying is? Selling drugs only leads you to a dead end. I can't tell you nothing else. I can't tell you no lies, man. It's not going to be something that you gain off of. And when you do, it's going to be temporary, man. You'll be able to pay some bills for a few years. But when your best friend or the guy that's getting jealous of you or the people that's getting jealous of you see you making too much money, the government is going to want their money. So I give everybody that advice to either get a job or build a business. You're going to always keep hearing me say that in these vlogs. Get a job, then build a business. I say get a job because you need some money in the time being. I say build a business. You know why? Because after you made money for someone else's corporation, sooner or later it'll be time to move on to your own corporation. I don't have all day to, sit here and continue to give y'all all the honor in the world, but I'm praying that the parents are allowing their children to watch this. I'm praying that the parents are telling their children, be accountable for who you are. I'm praying the parents are telling the other children that's around their children, don't get my son caught up in no nonsense. Give them an understanding who these guys are that were the big time drug dealers that got all the money in the city. All the dudes that ran around that had all the cocaine in the world, but that was confidential informants, man. This is what our children are going to end up going down the road of being confidential informants if we do not pull them away from that now. We cannot no longer wait around. We have to physically pull them from it because guess what? That big time drug dealer need to get that work out the way. And he'll use anybody to push it. You hear me? Even a rat. And you have to remember, no matter if I say a rat, a CI, or a confidential informant, snitch, agent, whatever, it's a part of that lifestyle. It's a part of it. It's a part of selling drugs. So now we got shooters, boom, 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 guys, running down on people. And when they get locked up, they tell on somebody they may have shot with. The world is losing its honor, but I'm here to restore it. Youngins, take the example of this guy, Pablo Escobar, and do not follow him. Do not sell the drugs. Do not do anything that he has to say on Narcos or any other platform. It's just the truth. Too many Nino Browns, man. Too many of them. Too many of them that wait to the last minute and say, you know what, I'm right in court. I'm going to snitch on all my family and friends that came to help me today. Huh, Rayful means? Huh? These people don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Wayne Perry is in a cell for what? For helping out an individual in the streets. That guy motivated him to do negativity. And they gave him life. But guess what they gave? Outpo. Little bit of time, now he's home. And what he's doing while he's home now? He's running around. And he's in a mix. He probably done grabbed a couple keys from different individuals, compressed them, know that game, and then gave them out to people. He's probably hustling. And the government is probably watching him from afar. Because guess what they done? They gave him the opportunity to get himself out of jail. And brothers and sisters, listen to me. The only opportunity you should have to get out of jail is defense from your lawyer. Keep it honorable, people. Keep it strong. Keep the strength amongst our youngest. Allow them to know that there are different individuals. We got Rasheed Wallace that's from Philadelphia. You hear me? We got good men, Mustafa Shakur, dudes that done a right thing. And no matter what type of obstacles they had to get around, they stood strong there. And they stood strong upon that. We have to begin to put it in our children. Don't get mad because your child is selling drugs, because it's your fault. Because you can go through his draw socks, you can look and not turn him in. You can tell him, I don't want you selling that anymore. You know why? Because mommy or daddy got something else to do. We're going to start a business. Make your home the best place for your child and make it comfortable for them. And keep them off them corners this summer, because it's going to get hot. And guess what's going to continue to happen? People like Escobar is going to continue to brainwash our children. They're going to continue to do it. I'm Kingearner from the Honor of Life campaign. I have to go. Excuse me for my hypeness, but it's something that I'm tuned into, man. I don't want our children failing. I don't want a child to be in that cell like I was, rotting away and not benefiting and gaining nothing from the outside life that we was given from the law, and that's freedom. Kingearner live and direct.